18905.
Here we go. Okay, so hello and welcome. Sorry for the audio technical error.
Yeah.
Thanks to our producer Momzo, we are back on track. So welcome to Halifax International Airport.
Yes.
Why are we here in Halifax, Nova Scotia?
Because we're going to fly to Oak Island.
We are. So there's a television show on the History Channel, The Curse of Oak Island, where they're looking for some treasure, and we're going to try to find Oak Island today. It's about 100.
Oh, you can see the shadow of the cargo plane there.
We've been sitting on this runway for a while, getting warmed up. Why don't you power us up? And we're going to take off here. So we're
50?
Go 100. We're taking off.
Okay, we're 100.
I got to slide you over. You're off camera. All right, I'm going to release our parking brake.
Let's move that.
I remember how to do that. It's that one. And here we go. We're going to roll down the runway. We are heading mostly north here. We're going to need to turn south pretty quickly. Andrew's also our throttle person and navigator. It's one of the things he's learning about in school right now.
Okay, so once we take off, then we go...
So remember, we're going north right now.
Yes.
You see it on our top left there.
Yep.
Heading 324. We're going to pull back on the stick here. Get ourselves up. We're going to clear the runway first before we do any major flight adjustments. So remember, we're flying north. We need to be heading south towards the city of Halifax. So we're going to make a pretty quick turn here as we get off of the runway.
And then,
to head to our bearing, our southerly bearing here.
How will we turn?
What you need, Momzo? 500. Yeah. Whoa. So this plane's a bit more difficult to control than what we're used to, but we needed, I felt we needed the speed.
Put us down to 70.
I got our gear up.
I've put us down to 70.
Alright, we are now heading mostly south.
Okay, so right here, we should turn southwest, right here.
We need to be heading...
So let's just follow this road.
Okay, we're going to follow this highway. So again, we are in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I am trying really hard to control this plane.
Yeah, because it's not an easy plane to control.
I'm going to just put the flaps down when I wanted them up.
And we're going up.
Yeah, so there we go. Flaps are back in. And here we go. So we're going to do a couple of things on this, hopefully, a sightseeing tour. I guess there's some things we could do. We're not really sure how to use the GPS yet, which is up in the top left, right of your screen, I guess. So we're going to try to fly over downtown Halifax, and probably not flying at recommended flight levels, just so we can see some of the terrain and hopefully some of the sights. So we're going to fly over downtown Halifax, which includes a flyover of the famous Halifax Citadel, which was built to protect Halifax Harbor. Then we're going to head over. We're going to make a big turn to the west, and we're going to head over to Peggy's Cove, which is a place at the very end of a rock on Nova Scotia. Beautiful town.
So when we're going to turn here,
yep,
the lighthouse should be
we got to get to Halifax first, so you're a step ahead.
Yeah. since we're following the road, I was following our flight path.
Yeah, so again, we chose a faster plane today because this is a fairly long trip that we're going to be on today. So probably going to be one of our longer flights. So I apologize. As long as we can keep flying. So we are hopefully heading out here towards Halifax. Heading mostly south, a little bit to the west on our heading. So again, Andrew, you're learning about these directions in school right now, correct? Yeah. So how are you learning about the different directions?
For videos, I guess.
So you're getting some videos
Yep.
that teach you things
Yep.
like the different directions, north,
Yep.
south, east, and west. Have you learned how to use this other than trying to fly us from Halifax International Airport to Halifax, the city, and then to Peggy's Cove, and then on to hopefully Oak Island? I am skeptical. There's a lot of islands in what's called Mahone Bay, and
Yes,
I'm
which
not so sure we're going to be able to
find
find
the exact
the
one.
island.
Unless it's under the construction.
It may very well be. There's a baseball field, as you can see, just
Yep.
below our right wingtip. We have also learned that we had some things. You can just pull that map and bring it over here. So Andrew has a map that we're working on. You want to show the folks at home the map?
So this is our map.
So we have a little map of the region here, and I do believe I see Halifax coming up straight, just off to the right of our nose here. I see some taller buildings. So far, this seems to be working out as far as flight, travel, and direction. We're going to bring our height down a little bit, our altitude, excuse me. Just
Bring our
because
speed down a little.
yeah, you know what? Why don't you power us down a little bit? Maybe 60% here. Slow us down as we hit one of the sightseeing portions of our travel. So Andrew has control of the throttle. We have some new flight control hardware. So you can't see, but just over here, I have a new controller. I'll try to show it to you at a...
After we get out of this, after we finish our flight, then we'll show it.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is the city. I believe Halifax is on the, I guess it would be the west side of this little inlet here, this bay or harbor. I'm not really sure back from geography what that is, but based on your map, it looks like we are getting very close. And Halifax should be
Right there.
over here.
Yep. I'm gonna say those are those buildings.
Let's find out. I'm not really sure. So there's really two towns here on the side of a bay. One of them is Halifax. You can see the moon just
Oh yeah.
right up here above us. I am not so sure where we are.
Yeah. That's the problem with this map is we can't see where we are.
Yeah, we like I said, we're still learning. I think this is maybe our fourth or fifth flight. Andrew took an attempt at flying.
And it did not end well. I actually hit a roof of a building.
Yeah.
I almost landed on the roof of a
And
building.
there was kind of a bounce off of a roof of a building, followed by a straight down. I don't know how else to say it. A straight down nosedive.
Yeah. Even though I was pulling straight up.
Yeah, that was the end of that. So that's how
Yeah, I pulled straight
that
up.
trip ended.
Nothing went up.
I'm having some doubts about our navigation skills here.
Yeah, me too. Like, if I can at least find a lighthouse, then we just go there.
Yeah, that's going to be the next challenge. Finding Peggy's Cove Lighthouse is a very small point on the map. So
Yeah.
we're going to see what we can do about that.
And then finding that, we just have to go west of that to hopefully find Oak Island.
Very good point.
Or if we followed the road,
So
it
how
would
about
do
you give us some more speed? I think this first bay that I saw here, this is actually the smaller bay. We are not yet at the inlet to the ocean, so I think we're actually a bit short of what would be Halifax. So hang on as we
trying to find the perfect speed.
try to head due south here. And here I believe is going to get us to Halifax.
Yeah.
So I think we're right here, this little hook of that bay. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So again, we apologize. This is probably going to be a much longer trip than we expected.
Then probably I should bring us to
crank that baby
100.
up to 100%.
Yeah.
We're gonna
need to
we're gonna
get
hit
some,
the turbo here.
which is not very fast. Our speed is not increasing.
Yeah, maybe we should have gotten a super jet.
Yeah, maybe we should get a super jet.
Fly at like 400 miles an hour. It looks like some port here. There's some cargo containers right there. It's probably a good
Even
sign.
a ship in there. Even a cargo ship was in there.
Yeah, so it looks like, I believe we are on our way to Halifax, right about here.
Yep.
I think this is it. This is the city of Halifax. I'm going to try to fly us, like I said, right over that citadel. I apologize. We are cooking at 160 knots, so you might not be able to get a great view of it.
I'll slow you down to
I
50.
believe it is right here in front of our nose is the citadel. Our producer Momzo and I, we actually walked here. We were at the citadel.
Going slower?
Oh, there it is. Yes, I see. Do you see the star-shaped fort just off to the left side of our nose? Right here. Do you see those points?
No, I do not.
It's going to go right under our wing right now. See that?
Yes,
There
yeah.
it is. That is the citadel, the first point on our map. So crank up the speed, sir, and let's...
Yeah, we're only
Head
getting like
onward.
25 on there.
All right, so now we need to be going what direction?
Um,
So we are right here on our map.
yep, so we should be going southwest now.
Okay, more west than south or more south than west?
I'm gonna say, half and half.
Okay, so
I'm gonna say it's a half and half.
mostly southwest. So we're
Yeah, it's gonna be half and half.
going to make a turn here and eventually
See a lighthouse.
we should run into the coast.
And find the lighthouse, and then...
Oh, wait, I'm going west, more west. Whoa,
Whoa!
this flight almost ended a bit early there as I maybe overcorrected a bit.
Yeah. I think maybe this is gonna get people seasick.
Probably. Again, we apologize if anyone is seasick, but this is a small plane.
Yeah, and very hard to control. I think, I don't think we'd be doing so well in a jet.
Yeah, a jet would be giving us some problems, I think.
Yeah, we would have probably crashed like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we are also now on hard settings for most things flying. So we are pretty much totally in control, which is, you got that thing at 100%. We are cranked. Which makes it, I think, a bit more bumpy. I honestly didn't check the weather. Probably not a good thing to do as a pilot, to not check our weather.
But the weather should be sunny.
Oh, well, it is. It's beautiful right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nova Scotia, if you're not familiar, if you go up to Maine and you're just about at the center part of Maine and head due east, you run into pretty much the area where we're flying in right now. So we are the very north side of what would be some of the northernmost areas of the United States. Except this is east.
And a car drive from where we started should take about 2 hours 22 minutes.
Yes, so
So
we
it's not
mapped
going
this
to
out.
take 2 hours 22 minutes for
We
us.
mapped this out on Google Maps, which told us this would be about a 2 hour and 22 minute drive, 159 kilometers. So we're
Which-
doing this by plane. We are now about, let's say, 14. Actually, it doesn't have a clock on your throttle. I thought it would. It's been a bit more intense on the flying side. I was hoping to give you some more facts about Halifax, but I'm honestly having to put in some constant flight control here. So again, I apologize for some of the bouncing.
And I gotta get a drink.
And Andrew needs a drink, so we're gonna have some in-flight beverages here for a moment as we're flying.
Is getting the drink.
Oh, all right. Our producer slash steward is going to be going to get us at least you a beverage.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see the coast, so that's a good sign. So
Yeah, so once we reach the coast, we should just look for a lighthouse.
Yeah.
And then we go, and I'm gonna say if we keep going here, this way, I think we should be, need to go a little more west.
yeah, I feel I was maybe going a bit too westerly. So our compass heading now is 235. So we're heading southwest.
We need to head more west.
This is a small target for us to be shooting at, as
Yes.
let's
And
say
we also really need to be going a little more west.
inexperienced pilots.
So I think our purple line should be in between the 21 and 24. If it's in between there, then we should be spot on lighthouse. If my calculations are correct.
Okay. So I'm bringing her down a little bit.
I'll slow down a little bit.
Yeah, maybe you go to 80% power. So you can see over here on the left, on your screen, the engine. So we're still cranking pretty good here, showing about 68% power for us. Our airspeed going down to about 140, and here we are hitting the kind of southwesterly coast of Nova Scotia.
And I see no lighthouse.
And there are a lot of little islands, thousands of them.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to find one little spot called Peggy's Cove. Also a spot that producer Momzo and I visited at one point. It's beautiful. Little fishing town.
And I think there's a bridge that connects somewhere.
I don't believe so. Peggy's Cove was kind of right out there on the ocean. I see something down here. It's not really an island. I believe it's still on the mainland, but just off the coast. So we're going to follow the coast here for a little bit before we head due west.
And we need to go a little more down so we can...
All right.
If we go a little more down, I think we might be able to find the lighthouse. Because once we find the lighthouse here...
Yeah, I'm at 460 feet. I probably shouldn't be too much lower than that.
Okay, so we're good here. But once we find the lighthouse, we should go west a bit.
Yeah, I'm actually heading northwest. We'll try to make a slight adjustment.
We're
and
going
head west.
southwest.
So all I can say is somewhere down there was a little town called Peggy's Cove. We did not find it. So we're going to head mostly west, a little bit north here, and try to find Oak Island. Like I said, there are a lot of little islands out here. I highly doubt we're going to find it, but we're going to fly across this bay here. So I apologize. Peggy's Cove would have been a nice spot for us. Huge rocky outcropping right
And
before
we
you hit
need
the
to find a
ocean.
lot of trees. Because Oak Island, I can tell you, had a lot of trees on it.
I'm sure it does, but my concern is that most of these islands are going to have a lot of trees.
Yeah, but the whole island should probably be about, like, The entire island should have trees on it. And like a little opening near the east of the island, and then trees all over the rest.
All right. So again, we're heading to Oak Island. You want to talk a little bit about Oak Island? Like, what's going on at Oak Island? Why is it of interest to you? Like, how did we learn about Oak Island?
I really don't remember.
Is there not a TV show that you watched?
Yes?
Can you tell me about the TV show?
I don't remember.
So it was about, what, 4 teenagers and their dog named Scooby-Doo, is that correct? And they solved mysteries? In a van?
No.
Oh.
We've watched one of those movies.
Yes. So what is Oak Island about if it's not about a group of teenagers solving mysteries with a dog named Scooby-Doo?
I really can't remember.
Okay. So there was a legend that was written up on many magazines. I also think like Reader's Digest many years ago about an island in Nova Scotia where some treasure was found. But more importantly, or more interestingly, there are also some signs that there may be more treasure hidden. So they found signs of really deep excavation. They found signs of man-made kind of traps to potentially protect that treasure. And over the decades, many people have tried to find this treasure, but most recently, 2 gentlemen have made it part of their life's mission to see if they can find this treasure. So they got interested as young boys in this treasure hunt. As they became older, they never lost interest in the treasure hunt. So they invested quite a lot of time and money and research into tracking down this treasure on Oak Island. So what kinds of things have they been doing, Andrew? Like, have they been digging, excavating, pumping water?
All 3 of those things.
Yeah, they do a lot. And so we're not talking small scale operation, right? This
is
like
they're getting machines bigger than our house, pretty much.
Yeah. So lots of big machinery, digging, dredging. They found some stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some very interesting things, like very, very, very old coins that I'm not sure why they are there. Some man-made timbers that are hundreds of feet under the ground. And they're trying to figure out what treasure might be hidden on this island. So we're coming up to some of these islands, so I think we are nearing the end of our journey.
Yes, so I need to really look at this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to see on our GPS tracker just up at the top right of your screen that there's going to be a lot of islands here in a very short amount of time. And as I mentioned, I am not really confident that we're going to be able to pick out which one of these is indeed Oak Island, because there are a lot of them. So here we come, getting into sight here. So this little bump out must be Chester right there.
Yeah, and then from Chester we should... So if we can find Chester, then...
So Chester would be, you see on the map there, that green point just off of our right wing.
Yeah.
So it looks like we got to head kind of more southwest once we hit that point. So we're gonna start.
I'm gonna say once we reach Chester, we gotta reach like right in there.
Yep. So we're gonna fly to the point here of Chester, and then we're gonna make a turn to the south.
Chester.
Thank you, navigator.
So Chester.
So Chester is right here off of our right wing.
So from Chester, we should go here.
Okay.
We should
Yeah,
go
so that's
right from Chester
very
there.
southwest. So we're gonna fly to this point here on Chester.
It's actually more west than it is south. So it's southwest, but still it's more to the west of south.
So right now we're heading kind of northwest, so we're going to make our turn as we've hit near this corner of Chester, so we're going to make this turn.
I think we might. Oh, I thought one of those 3 islands was Oak Island.
I think Oak Island is considerably smaller than those islands.
Okay, so now I see many more back
there.
there.
Yeah, so now we're at the point where there are a lot of islands.
Yeah. And how do we choose one? I don't know. And are we just going to land on Oak Island?
No, we are not going to be doing a landing today, everybody. I don't know that there's any airports close by. So we're just going to end with us in the air and call that a day.
No, let's try landing on Oak Island. Let's try to land.
I don't believe there's any... we can try to land on a road. I have no idea what will happen.
And then we're probably going to fall off the side. I mean, that is a perfect shape for Oak Island.
Yeah, but it's not it.
Yeah.
Too big.
Yeah.
So there are lots of little islands out here.
We're going... okay, so...
Give us about 3 more minutes here as we approach some of these islands here, just off the right wing tip.
Need to go a little more west.
Yep, heading that way. But I feel we're heading towards a cluster of islands, and the hope is...
one of them could be Oak Island.
One of these might be Oak Island, so you can see them just emerging on our
GPS. Yeah. One of those little guys is Oak Island.
You think so?
Because it's surrounded by, many little ones.
Yeah.
So it should...
Starting to see those islands pop up on
So
our
we gotta, go
GPS.
down to them and see which ones it is.
But you also notice that there are...
many more islands.
Hundreds of islands.
Hundreds. Didn't you say thousands of islands
I'm going to say there's a whole lot, yeah.
Okay, so we're... I'm going to say we have reached Oak Island here. One of these is Oak Island.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. One of these is Oak Island, where there is supposedly ancient, mysterious treasure buried.
Oh, let's try this one right behind the long one.
Yes,
that one.
I don't think that's it.
I
feel Oak Island is very close to large land because there's a very short bridge that they drive over.
I think that might be it. That one right there. That one might be. No, it's too divided.
Yep.
Then where is Oak Island?
I don't know.
It must be over here somewhere.
Yeah, so you can tell that there are quite a few islands here.
And Oak Island, I can't remember what it looks like. I mean, they showed pictures of it.
Yep, there's always pictures of the island on the show, largely because it's drawn up in treasure maps. We probably should have done some better research before we...
Yeah, we probably should have watched the show and see the map.
Yeah,
so
we
can
probably could have made some better maps for ourselves as we tried to do this.
I gotta get a drink.
Another drink is required. Like I said, sorry for it being a long episode today, but we thought we would try to find this mysterious island, and unfortunately, I just don't think we're going to do it today, folks. So we're going to fly over this one just because it looks interesting. This might be it, actually.
Which one? That long one?
What we're over right now. I think this may be it. Let's see. I see a lot of excavation up here. So I wonder if this might be actually it.
It is.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to say that probably is Oak Island.
I'm sure plenty of people know better than we do, but we're going to count that one
So go. Okay, I'll slow us down.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Going super slow. Let's land. And then.
Okay, I'm going to need some more power. We're going to land here, whether we want to or not, maybe. But I believe this is the fabled. No, I don't think that's it. It's a nice island, but I don't think it's Oak Island. Hopefully these trees are shorter than 150 feet tall, because we are close. Are we cranked? I'm going to need 100% power, not 50%.
Okay.
Water.
Sorry.
Okay. So anyway, sorry for the near brush with death, but we made it.
Yep, and I'm ready to go full cut power.
Alright, so we're going to say we can't find Oak Island. I just don't think we have the best information for us right now. So we're going to call that
A day.
a day.
And let's help the fish by dropping the plane in the water.
I don't know how that would help fish if we dropped our plane in the water.
Because that makes homes for fish.
That is true. That is a very good point. Like I said, I don't know how our viewers would feel about us just dropping a plane in the ocean. Sorry, trying to navigate both flying. I don't really know how to do this. But, as we said, that's where we're going to end the day. I'm going to see if there's maybe an airport out here somewhere.
We're falling out of the sky.
So anyway, we don't see anything. I am sorry.
Oh,
folks.
I remember what we needed to look for on Oak Island.
What's that?
Need to get really close down to find a triangle swamp.
Yes.
That's right.
I thought I saw a triangle swamp on that other island, but I really don't know. So again, sorry folks, I don't think I'm going to be able to land this on a tiny little island road.
So what
It
are we
does
doing?
not look like there's an airport anywhere in the region.
I'm slowly.
So how about we're going to wrap up there for the day. Sorry we missed Peggy Cove Lighthouse. Sorry we missed, I believe we missed finding Oak Island. But we tried. We'll try. We'll keep learning. And, see if we can come up with something in the future. But hopefully you enjoyed the sights of Halifax.
I'm just
And,
slowing us down.
Nova Scotia. Yeah, as Andrew continues to cut our engine, we're down to 24% power. This is not going to end well. So we will. Now and we're back up to full power. And now we're down to 0 power. So we'll give these nice people here living right on the bay, we'll give them a nice little flyover as we say goodbye and thank you again for watching. We are cooking a couple hundred feet up off the ground.
And now
Andrew, thanks for navigating. Thanks for throttling. We will see you all next Saturday as we try another flight. Maybe we'll do something a bit more with larger landmarks like Washington, D.C., where we can fly over things like the Smithsonian, the Washington Monument, the zoo, things like that. But we are seriously underpowered, and we're going to land no matter what. And that looks like this is how it ends. So there you go. That is the end of our journey. So thanks all for watching. And we will see you next week, hopefully with some new skills and ability and better sightseeing tours than what we just did. We missed 2 out of 3 of our sites.
Yes. What was the one site we were looking for?
Oh, we flew right over the Halifax Citadel. That was our first stop on the tour. We did that.
Yeah, but the other two, we couldn't even find.